Hey everybody, it is the awesome time. You know what it is. The artist interview time. Woohoo! Today we are focusing and going to be talking to the awesome pal and most incredible friend. You already know, Lauren Curtis. Yay! Hello. Number one question: how are you doing today? How are you feeling? How's everything?
Doing all right. Hanging in during these insane, stressful, frightening times. Doing whatever I can do.
I feel you.
How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Technology wants to be a pain, but we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna turn around, wing it, and make it ours and such. But yeah, it's going great on our side. We're getting creative. And today, like I said today, and I told you too, today is your appreciation day. Woohoo! So definitely, I think everybody automatically, they're going to be like, yes, the number one question, who are you? Who is Lauren Curtis? I think you could tell that better than I can.
I hope so. We'll see. I mean, when we talked before, you were saying that the first question would be easy because it's who are you, and I think that's actually a really hard question. Because, it's hard to almost, describe who you are. Things change all the time, but I mean, I'm an artist, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an art teacher, an art coach, visual artist. I'm nature lover. I'm all for, environmental protection, animal rights, human rights. I've done a lot of fundraising, activist work in my life. So, everything that's going on right now is just, really hits home, and you try and deal with it creatively and do something positive. But the main thing is I just want to be there for the people I care about and do good things and continue with my art and try and put something creative out into the world that maybe people can relate to in some way.
Mm-hmm. And you bring up the topic. I know for a fact you are a nature freak. I mean, I see it all in your art pieces in some form and fashion. And I would like for you to bring some insight to the people. How has nature inspired you through your art?
Well, being that, I'm Wiccan, we believe in earth-centered spirituality. We believe in, the power of the feminine as well as the masculine, in the equality of, all creatures in nature, all people in nature. And basically that, we're all part of the same thing. We are part of nature. We are not above nature.
Mm-hmm.
I think nature has proved that in many ways. And it's been fighting back, which I think, personally, I think that's a big part of what this virus is about, is fighting back about, what humans have done to this planet, and to the world. Not that it's a good thing for anybody, it's terrifying, but I think it's showing the power that can, in retaliation, if we don't respect her, and respect ourselves in a lot of ways.
That's true.
And it's terrifying, but, I think we're all made of the same stuff, basically. And we were talking a little bit yesterday, my X-ray pieces, which involve, me photographing actual human and animal X-rays and collaging them with different elements. That's what that's about to me, is that internally everything kind of looks the same. We're made of the same components. It's also very sculptural, the bone structure, looks like a sculpture kind of, which I find really interesting. the shapes mimic, branches of trees and leaves, and
Mm-hmm.
all shapes in nature kind of mimic each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of proves, that we all come from the same place, and that should be
Enough said.
respected, noticed.
Yeah, we were practically naturally equal. We were practically born in this world to just love and appreciate the beauty of the environment, ourselves, and just connect as one. We're all in that same category. We're just this beautiful beings. And which I do enjoy, like, talking about your X-Weight art pieces. I want to show the folks your awesome Instagram, because people could pick up Instagram quick. There we go. So yeah, oh look, boopity bloopity.
There's your awesome flyer that you made with one of my paintings.
Yes, I think you got it scrolled down. Here we go. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the piece that I really found fascinating. It's not the X-rayed one, but I know it's still similar to a few series that you have in relations to nature and such. Can you give us a little bit detail about this piece? This is one of your recent pieces, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's one of the last paintings I completed. I think there was one after that, and I'm working on one now that I'm procrastinating on. But, a lot of my paintings feature goddesses or goddess images, mythological images. I love mythology, especially my favorites are Egyptian, Greco-Roman, and Celtic. I also love Native American mythology. That piece, though, that one's actually a lot more light and colorful than a lot of my work, which sometimes could be a little darker, a little more gothic. But that one, she is basically representing kind of like a Mother Nature type of figure. This is why I almost have her looking like a tree herself, with the elongated neck.
Yes.
Her hair is all composed of Victorian woodcut collage elements of nature. Yeah.
So that's why it's the color.
That took a couple hours just to do that part, because I cut each little thing out by hand and decoupaged it onto the canvas. And then the rest is oil painting.
Yeah, because I see like the cute little insects and stuff.
Time to do the hair.
Yeah.
Or the tree leaves, kind of,
That is amazing, because you got little cute pumpkins and butterflies, insects. Like, you can pick it out.
All kinds of natural things.
All natural things. And then one of my mother asked, is that watercolor or oil again?
That's oil paint.
Okay.
It's quite a large piece. It's probably about, I don't even know, maybe 26 by 28 or so.
Wow.
And I wanted her to have that stare, like it's not aggressive, but it's not, smiling. It's just kind of just looking you right in the eye, powerful, not averting her gaze at all, kind of confident but non-threatening. So, that was very purposeful to have that kind of, boring into your soul kind of stare that she's doing.
That's true. And then you have the birds too. Like, what's the representation of these birds as well?
Birds are huge symbolically in almost every culture, so they can symbol good omens or bad omens. Also, they're one of the only creatures that kind of survives on all terrain, in the air, in the sea,
That's
on
true.
the land, so kind of transcend through all the different elements. So they're kind of like her familiars, her messengers. Birds are a symbol of sending messages. So, so they kind of represent her messengers, her symbols, which, like I said, it could go either way. It could be a positive omen or a negative omen, depending on how it reads for her.
That's very true. So let me stop that, and then let me show you. So then,
I think some of the X-ray ones are farther down, in my Instagram page.
And then I could go onto your website as well too. Your website is more so straightforward. But I just wanted the Instagram page for people to see. Like, you could also see that as well. And then the link will lead you to her beautiful, beautiful page. You get to know some more background about her. Oh, this is so cute. And right here, when you click the digital photo collage, that's when we see your awesome series, the X-Rayed.
Yep, there they are.
Yes, these are just really, really gorgeous. You know my number one favorite is this piece. I'll never stop talking about this piece. This piece is actually how I met you, because we did Alpha Art Gallery. Well, I worked at Alpha Art Gallery. And then you presented this piece in the exhibition. I believe it was all media, correct?
Yeah, mixed media. I think I had that one and like 4 other X-ray pieces in that show.
Yes, this was the night creature.
That one is actually, I kind of fabricated that creature because it's like 3 different creatures that I digitally collaged together. So, like the body, I think, is like a hamster or something, and the legs, I think, were for something else, and then actually the arms I made out of the leg bones, and then the skull is actually a deer skull that someone gave me, which was found in the woods. I would never, never harm an animal or have anyone harm an animal and give me something. This was like a found skull in the woods, and someone gave it to me, and I photographed it, and I think it was a deer, and so I obviously shrunk it down, but I just kind of fabricated my own creature.
And that's, once again, to all audience, no animals was harmed.
Absolutely not. Never.
Yes,
never.
We love animals. We just practically gave them a better place. That's what we did. But yeah, I was gonna ask that. It was like, which so right here, like the spine type part, that's like a hamster, correct?
The body, the torso.
The body.
I think it's like a hamster or a gerbil. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I have people that donate X-rays to me of their pets and of themselves.
Yeah.
So I have a whole collection of various X-rays that people have given me permission to use, as well as X-rays of myself, because I used to work in a medical center, and that's how this all kind of started. So.
And how did you do the background again? How did you do? It's just really mythical. The way that you chose the background.
Yeah, that's 3 different nature photos that I took myself. So the top is part of a sky from a photo I took.
Gotcha.
And the bottom is a combination of a photo I took of these really cool, like, dead roots that were growing up a wall, and then a pumpkin patch, and I just digitally combine them all together, but it's all my own original photography that I use, when I do these collages.
Which is just gorgeous. So,
Thank you.
Because,
and they're all for sale, if anyone wants
to. There you go. I see it right here in the bottom. You have it at 8 by 10, 11 by 14, 16 by 20. So yeah, if you guys are interested in purchasing any of her beautiful artwork or even her photography work, it's right over here. And this is another piece you had too, that was in the gallery too.
Yep.
Are these iguanas?
The same idea I actually, the position, it was only one, and again, like, I think it's a hamster and gerbil, and then I inverted it, and it just kind of reminded me almost of like the yin yang type.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah. So, again, like kind of the balance of nature. Things can be similar and opposite, and still work together. So that was kind of the idea of that one. Life and death, like kind of that endless cycle.
Wow, man. So definitely, you guys, please check out her website. It's Lauren Curtis Art at Weebly.com, or you could just simply go to her Instagram. Weebly.
Weebly.com, yeah.
Or you can even just go to her Instagram page, which is Lauren Curtis Art. 100%. And then let me get myself back here. There we go. So yeah, and it's like like I've told my family, because they were like interested. They was like, who's the next person? I was like, all right, let me tell you. And because we didn't work together, but we did exhibitions together commonly. And what I really just enjoy so much about you is that you come up with amazing different forms of fashion with the same theme is nature, and then you apply it not only into your artwork, but it's also part of your lifestyle. You're a very free spirit, beautiful sweet fish in the sea. And one of the folks actually has a good question. They said, how long have you been doing this kind of work? So you could just go by like how long it took you with the series. You could go along how long have you been an artist. You could take this question anywhere.
I've been an artist almost forever. My dad was actually a really good artist, so he was my first teacher when I was a little kid. And then my parents let me take art lessons, and I knew I remember 7th grade is when I knew like I wanted to be an artist full time. It took me a long time to get there, but I did it finally. I went to Mason Gross at Rutgers for visual arts. As far as the X-ray series, that started in I think 2010, and I'm still continuing it on and off from there. But as far as wanting to be an artist, I remember 7th grade was when like the official decision was made. I knew I wanted to go to college for art, which I did. So,
and that's like.
And then I also teach now. I give private art lessons.
That's
I
right.
give private art coaching and marketing lessons, which since the pandemic I've been doing virtually, which has worked out really well. Although now there's going to be some of my students are going to start coming back for the in-person lessons, but only, one at a time. But, anyone that wants to stay virtual, that's fine too, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, and how, like, I was about to ask that too, like, how has that been, because you technically are in the art educational system. How has this whole situation, how have you been really dealing with it and keeping the students inspired in the whole art world?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough, obviously, because of financial difficulties. I lost a few students. Hopefully some will be able to come back. I did gain a couple of students as well, because of the virtual aspect, so I do have some students that are out of state, that were able to start. But luckily, I already was familiar with doing art lessons virtually because, a couple of years ago, I had students that were, like, overseas. I had one person in England and, had other people, like, in Arizona, so I had already been doing lessons virtually, so I knew it could work. So I just really boosted my marketing as far as letting people know that it's an option, that it absolutely, can work just as well. Using Skype or Facebook video, Zoom, whatever. It wasn't like a huge adjustment to do that. And, artists work solitary a lot of the times anyway. Like, as a freelancer, most of my illustration clients or, art clients, they're from all over. I mean, now I'm working with 2 people in the UK, another new client is from Texas, so everything, most of my communication was always through, email, phone, video chat, so that wasn't any kind of huge transition to make, but the toughest part, of course, is finding work. People don't have money, they don't have money to hire artists, they don't have money to hire teachers, so yeah. The scramble to find new work and projects has been challenging. And then all the shows, all the galleries, like all the exhibits were postponed, canceled, put on hold. So I have a bunch of shows lined up. Some are going virtual, some are just putting them off for a while. So, I usually do at least 1 or 2 shows a month, and, there's been nothing. I've done some online stuff, but it's, it's still not the same as in-person art festivals and gallery shows.
That's true.
So that's been the biggest change probably for me.
Yeah. I'm right in the same boat with you. It's hard. It's cool doing the virtual, and I'm seeing other people do the virtual exhibitions to keep things running and going, but it's still that missing part where you get to really get that nice because you get to really interact with it. So, and okay, here's another good question. I just noticed her nails. How long has she been growing them? They are her art piece too. It's your art piece too. And she got a point. My mom got a point. Yes.
Believe it or not, 2016.
Yes. The awesome, that's an honor. That's a real, true, huge, achievement. How has that?
That's pretty cool.
How was that?
I've been growing them for probably, I don't even know, 35 years, give or take.
Wow.
So, and yeah, they become my living sculptures. I do them myself. I do not pay anyone to do my nails. I've never spent more money than a bottle of nail polish and some crazy glue. I don't get them done in a salon. Although I have some other long nail women friends who get works of art painted on their nails. I don't have money or time for that.
Got you.
So I do it myself.
That's even more talented. That's even more talented to have your nails that long and to do it yourself and to do art pieces. I mean, you're one multi-talented woman. So therefore, you just prove to people, don't make excuses. Anything is possible out here. Hello.
Yeah, they don't get in my way of doing what I have to do. And yes, I could do everything a normal person does. Yes, they're very clean. I clean my nails very regularly. I get all kinds of weird questions from people, that don't like them, but that's their problem.
That's their problem. And it was it was just so normal to me. It was hey, I mean, you can shake my hand, so it's no problem. People out here just come up with.
Standing, because you're not supposed to shake hands anyway. So shake my hand.
People just come up with the most silliest things. People just don't realize there's a beauty in being different, and that's what I really enjoy about your artwork. Expresses that. You show that through nature, you show that through your passion of the culture and social world, and even just through your own lifestyle. And that's when I bring up the lovely, amazing last question: how do you change the world with your own artwork?
I hope I do to some degree. I don't know. I mean, people seem to be happy with what I do, for the most part. You can't please everybody, obviously, but
that's true.
And like I said, what big goal for me is to show a respect for nature, to appreciate, the beauty in nature and how amazing and bizarre nature can be. To show respect and interest in other cultures. Like I said, a lot of my paintings and other work reflect my interest in mythology from different cultures, and the stories. And that's the thing, is if you actually study mythology, and that includes Judeo, Christian, Islamic, all religion. And I've read a lot about all of them. I've read the Bible. I've studied. I've gone to temple. I've gone to churches. I've gone to different, pagan groups, all different. I've gone to Native American. I've gone to Hindu. So they share a lot of the same myths, or the same. They have different characters. They might have different details, but a lot of the stories are basically the same, and they're coming from the same place and trying to explain the same things in just different ways, through the eyes of that part of the world, so it's kind of cool when you study it, because you see the similarities and the differences, and there's nothing wrong with either one. It's good to have things in common, but it's also just as good to be different.
Yes.
Because that makes it interesting. If everything was exactly the same, wouldn't it be boring? If
Yeah.
everybody was the same and dressed the same, and thought the same, and looked, had the same hair, it would be boring.
It would be boring.
To me, it's interesting when people look different. That's and dress different or act different. That's makes them unique.
And that's what I really, really love. It's about that love. I just love you so much. Because, like, it's just, yay! This is a loving family. Yay! Trust me, you know me. I would be hugging you like crazy right now. I do. Like, it's just really, I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful to really share, your whole artistry, your whole journey, to celebrate you as this amazing artist and very talented Italian.
Well, thank you so much.
And I just really appreciate, the world. I appreciate the world having more and more amazing people like you, and you're sharing, not even just in the U.S., but also outside this U.S., of the most beautiful gift that God has given you. So definitely, you guys, I'm going to show them again. I'm going to show them your page again so they can see both pages. So if you ever really want to
build up my Instagram a little bit more.
Yeah. So if you ever want to see more of her work or such, right here is her Instagram, and it will definitely lead you to her website.
Yep.
And she's also great friends with Doug Rizzio too.
Another great guy in the local art scene who's doing a lot.
Yes, and I gave him I did his interview last week, and we definitely did. We went right back to talking about how not only we met him, but like how we interacted with everyone and how it helped all of our careers and such. It's just so fascinating taking the time with you, and it's just, oh my goodness, I just get excited every time seeing your page and your website. So definitely.
Well, I'm looking forward to having you be a guest.
Yes.
Artist on my blog, like I said, so I'd love to feature you and what you do as well.
Yes, I will be an awesome guest onto your blog. Yes, and you do put the blogs out on your website too, where you do guest specials.
I will post the link on all my social media sites, so people can see it, and I'll send you the link so you can share with people as well. So just let me know whenever you're ready.
100% will. Thank you again, everybody. This was Lauren Curtis. Yay! There you go, the one and only. Yes, please, everybody, please definitely stay safe, stay loved, and most importantly, continue to do art, all right? So once again, thank you guys. Stay tuned for next week. We'll be doing a little bit more and be teaching you some more artwork and such. And then the Friday is another special guest for next week. Alrighty, stay blessed. Bye.